not going to do business with Huawei.
Huawei represents a national security risk.
Yes guys, this is David. Welcome to another video. This one's sponsored by Direct Mobiles. Go and check out the best mobile deals at directmobiles.co.uk. With Huawei having to re-release phones like the P30 Pro New Edition, which I reported on yesterday, shows that the company really have fallen on hard times. Having to re-release old technology again just to circumvent the ban that was placed on them by the Donald Trump administration. Back in May 2019, the US placed them on their entity list, deeming them a security risk and forbidding US companies from working with them. It really has been a pain for Huawei and for us consumers as well actually. Since then, Huawei have brought out some really impressive and compelling technology that just doesn't have the same appeal as the competition, solely for the fact that they're missing Google and therefore most of the services that we rely on and take for granted. Believe it or not, that ban still hasn't even taken full effect. Yes, it is true that they're unable to work on new devices with companies like Google, but they have managed to get temporary licenses since then, which have enabled them to still supply their older devices with software updates. But now we're hearing that Donald Trump has extended this ban at least until next year. And with Huawei's most recent extension of that temporary license about to expire, and no word whether it's going to be extended further, things could be about to get even worse for Huawei, with the possibility of no future Google security updates being available for any Huawei device, well, at least for a year. But of course, this is nothing to do with smartphones, and it's all about the 5G infrastructure and the US-China trade war, of which Huawei are just a pawn. However, the US are still reliant to some degree on Huawei telecommunications equipment, especially 4G equipment in the rural areas. So the US Commerce Department is actually expected to extend the license again. They're being urged by the wireless trade associations to approve long-term licenses for Huawei, stating that now is not the time to hamper global operations and that they need to maintain the overall health of the network. Basically, they don't want to have to replace the existing 4G infrastructure as it is just far too costly in the sparsely populated areas. More dense areas could swallow the costs or are already upgrading their masts anyway. So while it could be a complete disaster for Huawei if their license is not renewed, which by the way expires tomorrow, Friday the 15th of May 2020, it would also be pretty bad for many of the smaller American rural network providers. If the US really have decided to cut Huawei out completely, then the only way many of them could survive is with the government covering the costs, which this time last year seemed highly unlikely, but so much changes in a year. With so much government money being dished out at the moment to so many different sectors as the world adjusts to living with COVID-19, a helping hand to the rural telecommunications industry doesn't seem too unreasonable. But the truth is that the industry can't exactly claim to have had their pockets hit by this pandemic. In fact, there's no doubt that their services are being used far more now. Right now, we have no word from either Huawei or the US if the license will be extended, just confirmation that at best, Huawei will have to continue as it is at least until next year. But even that depends on how far Donald Trump's administration is willing to go in their trade war with China. It's definitely tough times ahead. Let me know what you lot think in the comments below. And of course, I want to say a big thank you to Direct Mobiles for sponsoring my video. Check the link below to be taken to their website where you can find the right phone for you and compare it with all the different networks to find the best possible price. They've got over 24 years of award-winning customer service, so you're in great hands. Check the link below or search directmobiles.co.uk. And that's it for me for today. Thank you for watching. I will see you tomorrow. Follow me on social media. I'm David. This is Btekt.